He was supposed to attend a simple judicial review. Instead, he spiraled into chaos, stacking new charges before even facing the old ones. A drug-fueled altercation, a knife, and a black eye later, he's standing before Judge West with patience running on fumes. But as the courtroom tension thickens, one question lingers: will he talk his way out or seal his fate in real time?
Just the court is aware, originally this MTRP was filed when he no-showed a judicial review on November 4th.
Okay.
And then shortly after that, around November 25th is the offense date for the Smith County cases. And so that's what the First Amendment motion was for, and then the second was adding a misdemeanor related to this.
So in Safe P, I'm looking at this. I guess, what is the allegations for why safety would be appropriate? Is there a drug issue?
There's certainly.
Yes, in September and October, there is on count 6, an allegation that he was intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
And Judge, I'll tell you, the Smith County cases arose out of an altercation with a girlfriend and a friend, where apparently they disposed of pills of his because of how he was acting, and he threatened her and pulled a knife on her.
Today we're in Judge West's courtroom, and the defendant is already a walking disaster. His original case was up for judicial review, but instead of laying low, he went and stacked 2 more charges on top. That's like showing up to court with a fire extinguisher and deciding to light another match. Oh, and just to spice it up, drugs are in the mix, because why stop at bad decisions when you can go for the deluxe combo? While intoxicated, he allegedly pulled a knife on his girlfriend, which instantly takes this from messy to felony level life choices. What's wild is that cases like this show how quickly a review hearing can spiral into a sentencing hearing if you keep testing the system. The judge isn't here to babysit you, he's here to enforce the law, and today, patience is wearing thin. So here's the question: does someone like this even deserve another chance? Or are we just watching the slow motion train wreck finally hitting the wall? Let's dive in and watch.
As a possible solution.
Why do you have a black eye?
I got hit.
Got into a fight in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Anna, you have his.
I reviewed that report, Your Honor. I guess you're going to read it anyway, but looks like somebody stole something from him in the dorm, and we can probably look at it. Right? And there's an incident or two in the last few weeks also, more than one of, I think, disrespect to the guard.
So, Dan, why don't you tell me why you think I should not put you in prison today?
I've never really followed through with any treatment programs before, and kind of have to go to prison now, so I really don't want to go to prison. So maybe if someone obtains some of the information, I might be able to turn my life around.
And so here's the thing, you've been coming here for a while. And I've read about, and we've talked about, and I understand somewhat and empathize with what you've been through and where you've come from and the issues that you've had to deal with. But at some point, you have to take personal responsibility for the rest of your life and the circumstances of your life before. You have to be able to say, you know what, that was awful, it wasn't great, it wasn't fair, but I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to quit doing the same thing over and over again and kind of blaming that didn't have a great upbringing like some other people maybe. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's going to be no one's fault at this point but your own. You will be given, you already were given here, all kinds of opportunities. And I'm very hesitant to go along with this because what you're doing is not just using drugs and not showing up. It's the violence that I have concerns with.
By the midpoint, the defendant's excuses crumble under the judge's piercing stare. No more blaming his past, no more dodging responsibility. Each word from the bench cuts deeper as mercy clashes with fear of future violence. But what the judge decides next shocks everyone. Mercy isn't gone. It just comes with chains.
And that at some point, I don't want it to be on me that I let you out, that you really, really hurt somebody or killed somebody or got yourself killed, because that's where this is headed. And I understand that, was it Tyler County has given
Smith County.
So what about the Tyler
That's
County?
an error, Judge. I meant to correct. It should.
Oh.
Tyler,
it's
Texas,
the
but
confusion
Smith
between
County.
City of Tyler and Smith County.
So what, let's do this. I'm going to print this out. So what they did in Tyler by giving you that opportunity kind of puts me in a position where if you're on probation there and I give you some amount of time, you're still going to get out and be on I understand why Mr. Nichols and Ms. Holmes have come up with this agreement. But I want you to understand that if I send you to Safe P, two things, and you're not the first person I've said this to today. You're going to have some amount of time while you're waiting in our jail to go to Safe P. And then once you get to Safe P, you're still incarcerated. And any incident reports that happen, any incident in our jail or Safe P is going to be a violation of your probation before you ever get back out. And I won't care what they're doing in Tyler. I don't care if they keep you on probation. You'll be done here.
The defendant has a history of violence and assault, and it shows because the judge straight up asked why he's rocking a black eye, and the answer, he got into a fight in jail. That's like trying to prove you're ready for parole by punching someone during the interview. Then, he takes it a step further by disrespecting the guards, which is bold considering they literally control his food, his schedule, and whether he makes it to court on time. Judges notice this kind of behavior. Credibility is currency in the courtroom, and he's spending it on IOUs. When asked why he shouldn't be put in prison, he barely has an answer, and instead blames it on not getting the treatment he needs. Now here's the legal kicker. Lack of treatment isn't a defense, it's a mitigation at best, meaning it might shave off time, not erase the problem. The judge fires back with the truth nobody wants to hear. Grow up and own your choices. And honestly, that's the harshest sentence of all. Personal responsibility. What makes it sting is that the defendant keeps looking for an exit door in a building where every door locks from the outside. It's not that the system isn't perfect, it's that his excuses are weaker than his alibis. Watching this play out is like seeing someone argue with gravity and then complain about hitting the ground.
I will be checking. My staff can check every day until you get to Safe P. Anything else happens, they're going to file a motion to revoke. And we're going to be right back in here within a couple of weeks if necessary. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is your final chance. That's it. Don't come back in and no excuses after this point. If somebody else gives you another chance in another county, that's on them. You're not getting another one with me. I want to go through the motion though, because I want record of what he's either pleads true or not true to, so that I know kind of when I look back what we talked about and what we did and what was pled to before I agree to do anything. So, Mr. Wizard, the best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down. And will he read the formal will he waive the formal reading of that motion?
ma'am.
And so before we go, Mr. Nichols, did you want to make a
Judge,
amendment?
two things. I will drop count 1 for failing to appear at that hearing based on the conversation I had with Ms. Holmes.
Okay,
And then on count 9 and count 10, change the county, which currently reads as County of Tyler to County of Smith on both of those counts.
any objection?
And I
Okay,
believe it's correct on the other. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I need to change, Your Honor.
all right, thank you. So, Mr. Wizard, I'm going to go through this motion. It shows in cause number 240198, you were placed on probation July 1st of 2024 for the offense of injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And that was a 3-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And I guess also, I'm going to go through this, but I am inclined based on this to extend that probation for some amount of time based on the allegations as well. So we'll get to that in a minute. Count 2 alleges that you did not work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of that to probation. Is that true or not true?
It's true.
Okay. Count 3 alleges that you did not provide verification of performing community service hours as required. Is that true or not true?
Couldn't. Probation wasn't transferred from one county to another.
Okay, I'll put not true there. Count 4 alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at 4:04 a.m. on September 24th, 2024. Is that true or not true?
Not really true.
Okay. Count 5 alleges that you did not enroll in services at the Spindletop Center as ordered. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Count 6 alleges that you failed to never become intoxicated or under the influence of any intoxicated substance, and that you were on September 27th and October 19th of 2024. Is that true or not true?
It's true.
Count 7 alleges that you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the moral recognition therapy program. Is that true or not true? I'm not too worried about number 8.
We can abandon that count, Your Honor. Count 8.
Count 9 alleges that you were arrested for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon November 24th of 2024 in Smith County, Texas. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 10 alleges that you were arrested for the offense of assault causing bodily injury November 24th of 2024. Is that true or not true? Count 11 alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 19 p.m. on November 24th of 2024. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Count 12 alleges that you were arrested for the offense of assault on a family member and by impeding breath or circulation November 24th of 2024 in Smith County. Is that true or not true?
True.
All right, so did you enter your pleas of true to counts 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead true to those counts because they're actually true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then at this time, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to those counts freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that.
In Judge West's courtroom, a man stands trembling at the edge of his final chance. What began as a simple probation review quickly morphs into a reckoning, a chronicle of bad choices spiraling out of control. His offenses read like a cautionary tale: intoxication, violence, and a knife pulled in anger. His story unfolds not in bursts of drama, but in slow-motion disaster, each excuse digging the hole deeper. The judge, weary but resolute, listens. She's seen men like him before, lost, broken, yet still defiant. His black eye tells its own story, a jailhouse brawl proving his lessons still go unlearned. When pressed to explain why he shouldn't be sent to prison, his answer is hollow. Promises of treatment, half-hearted regret. But Judge West doesn't flinch. She delivers the kind of truth most men run from: accountability. The past may explain you, she says, but it doesn't excuse you. Then, the twist. Instead of locking him away, she extends his probation, sentencing him to the Safe P Rehabilitation Program, a final test of will disguised as mercy. It's a decision wrapped in both hope and warning. One more failure, and his freedom dies for good. As the courtroom empties, the air feels heavier than before. The man leaves with a chance most never get, but also with the haunting realization that every choice from here is a countdown. In the end, Judge West's words echo louder than any gavel strike. Redemption isn't granted, it's earned, one decision at a time.